Okay.
But one of the designs which we were taught in a workshop was a faulty design, which we pointed out to them afterwards when we figured out what it was. This was the copper tube, so if you imagine this is the bottom here, the copper tube would stick out like this, and there's a camera directly on top of it. So we'd be able to see downwards if we were lined up with a piece of PVC pipe or not, and whether or not the tube was going in.
So you had to bring it over the top of something and then lower it down.
It was a bucket that had a half-inch PVC pipe sticking up. Inside the bucket, there was a saline bag with food-colored salt water.
Right.
So if you stuck a probe down deep enough, the goal was to suck out as much of the colored water as you could. And what would happen is, yeah, we had this milk jug that we cut. This is a one-way valve here. So we would pump the water into a water balloon, and it would fill up. And so the water balloon wouldn't flop all over the place. It would stay in this container.
Right.
When it got to the surface, Luis would take his hand, twist the balloon, pull it off, take it to the beaker they wanted us to pour it in to prove what color it was.
The only problem with that was, and when we tested it out, it worked fine. But when it came down to the actual task, we took out way too much water, so much that it started draining water from the pool because the container was already empty.
So it was pink instead of red.
But we emptied out the container, so we had no problem there. But we ended up starting to drain the water through the container itself.
We took out all the fluid, plus the pool water.
Plus the pool water, right. So
I was telling